Alrighty, welcome back to another Marvel Champions live stream. Super excited to have you here for a super interesting quest. We are playing Lord of the Rings, the living card game, taking on a journey to Rhosgobel. I think I am saying that correctly, but we will see. So, in a journey to Rhosgobel, we are traveling through the woods and find a wounded eagle. And our job is to try and save Wellador before he succumbs to his wounds. And so we're going to be doing that. It's kind of tricky because we have the kind of like a timer. He's going to take wounds at the end of each round. And so he can't reach 20 or else we lose the game. And we have to heal him using cards, and then they will then get removed from the game. So we got to be really careful, and we got to be ready to progress. We're also going to be looking through this encounter set, or encounter deck, I'm sorry, for these. Oh, it's not a good sign. I can't find them. They're probably all at the top or something. Ah, there we go. The Athleus. So this is a card that you want to grab, and then your heroes will take them. And when we progress on throughout the quest, this will heal Wellador. So that's kind of how this is going. If you are curious or want to see the deck, there's going to be a link in the YouTube video. If you're watching on Twitch right now, you can check that out here probably later tonight or early tomorrow. That will be posted on YouTube. Also, if you're on Twitch, it'd be great if you would give me a follow. That'd be awesome. I'd really appreciate it. Or if you're on YouTube, if you could subscribe, there's going to be a little button right next to my deck, probably somewhere right about here, that you can hit and just subscribe. And then I put out a good bit of living card game content, so it's always something to watch. So right now it's mainly Lord of the Rings and Marvel Champions, but I have been playing through the first cycle, or not the first cycle, just the core box of Arkham, and been really enjoying that. And so we'll start streaming that probably here after Thanksgiving. Alrighty, let's talk about my deck a little bit. So I'm running a Spirit Lord deck. It's two lore heroes and one spirit hero. So I'm running Denethor, Barrowir, and then Eowyn. So the reason that I'm doing this is, one, I need to be able to quest. I also really like my spirit cards, and so it's always good to have Eowyn in here with a willpower of 4 just to be able to take on and progress basically whenever I want to. Barrowir is in here, so I can draw some cards to pay for healing. So I have a couple of cards in here, and remember, I'm playing through progression styles, so I don't have all the healing cards that are available in Lord of the Rings, just the ones that are available up until this point. And so there are cards like Lore of Ilmargis, which will heal a character of all wounds. For Wellador, that's only 5. He has a maximum healing of 5. And so Barrowir here is her. The ability is to search my deck, or not search my deck. I'm sorry, just draw 2 cards from the deck. And so I'm searching through my deck using that ability to try and find the cards that I need. Then Denethor is here. His ability is to exhaust Denethor. Look at the top card of the encounter deck, and you can put it on the bottom. And so a lot of the times I use Denethor to kind of see what's coming so I can plan and kind of quest exactly how much I need to. However, this time Denethor, I'm looking for those healing cards that are in the encounter deck. I'm just going to continue to cycle through until I get as many of those as I possibly can. I am running Song of Kings, and so I have access to leadership, and I have some leadership cards in my deck. I'm also running Song of Travel, which is the song that gives a hero the spirit icon as well. And that's because I've got some really good spirit cards in here that I want to be able to pay for. And so when I have all of that out here, and then I have some Rivendell song people to go and get the songs that I need, and just so there's a lot of kind of searching through your deck, kind of really how I enjoy playing. Also, before I start, I want to show off my new token holders. So I got my new token holders from D20 Woodworking's shop. He streams with me usually on Wednesdays playing Marvel Champions, but I had these two darker oak woods, and I got these two because I realized that I have a lot more counters than just two. So I have 4 of these now, and they look awesome. So sweet. Tokens are from by the same token. Highly recommend those. I have the Arkham, the Lord of the Rings, and the Marvel Champions. Go check them out. They're awesome. Alrighty, so let's read. So the Wounded Eagle. After a fierce conflict with a group of trolls, which that happened last week, we are all aware of that, you come across a fallen eagle, grievously wounded and on the verge of death. So setup, search the encounter deck for Rhosgobel and Wellador, and add them to the staging area with 2 tokens on Wellador, or 2 damage tokens on Wellador. So he only has 18 health left. And then shuffle the encounter deck, which we just did. So this first stage has a threshold of 8, and we want to get through this as quickly as possible because Rhosgobel says that it has 1 threat, or it has threat equal to the number of players. And while Rhosgobel is in the staging area, Wellador can't be healed. So players cannot travel here until we finish the first stage of the quest. And so we need to blitz through this so we can travel to Rhosgobel so that we can start healing Wellador. And so Wellador says no attachments. The first player gains control of Wellador as an ally, so that's me. And at the end of each round, Wellador suffers 2 damage. Wellador cannot be healed for more than 5 wounds by a single effect, and if Wellador leaves play, the players have lost the game. So that is starting. So let's see what the opening hand is. We've got Unexpected Courage. We've got Will of the West. We've got Ancient Matin. We've got a Gwendolyn, a Sneak Attack, and a Dwarven Tomb. I do like having Unexpected Courage in here. I am a little concerned that I don't have any of my songs or way to get songs, but I do have a lot of draw. So we've got draw coming out of everywhere now. So I think I'm just gonna keep it. We'll see what happens. So starting thread 27, we're gonna give everybody some resources to start out, and let's see how we go. And we get to draw a card. Test of Will. So a Test of Will is great. There's some nasty treacheries in that deck, and a Test of Will is the ability to cancel that. And then I got Dwarven Tomb in here to basically run 6 copies of a Test of Will, because they're just really don't want to get caught on the wrong side of that one. Okay, so let's go ahead and exhaust Denethor to take a look at the top card of the deck. So this is deal 1 damage to each character without any attachments. I'm going to go ahead and throw that on the bottom of the deck. I'm not quite sure what's coming, but I know that I don't want it to not be one of those healing cards. So, we'll go ahead and spend 2 resources here to put a Glaowen. Glaowen? Someone correct me on my pronunciation on that. I'll exhaust to draw a card. There's a Steward of Gondor, which is nice. However, no leadership resources. So hopefully we'll be able to get that into play pretty soon. Okay. So now let's go ahead and quest for 4, 6, 7. Against 1, so we're +6. Hey, there's a healing. There we go. Awesome. And when revealed, deal 2 damage to each exhausted character. So I am not going to do that. I'm going to spend 1 resource on Eowyn to play a Test of Will to cancel that ability, or to cancel that effect, because I really don't want to deal 2 damage to all of my characters. So excellent. So that was a quest of 6 against, or I'm sorry, what was that? 7 against 1. So we get to add 6 to the main quest, and we are only 2 away at this point. In order to grab this objective card, I need to exhaust a hero to claim the objective card. So we'll flip those face down just so it's not super confusing. Sweet. Okay. So at the end of the round, we will get everyone ready. We will give everyone a resource. We'll increase my threat, and then we're going to give 2 damage to Welador. So already racking up the damage. And we also get to draw a card. Okay, so Bjorn's Hospitality, heal all damage from all the characters. It's probably not going to get played, but it was just kind of in this deck as just in case. Alrighty, so we'll exhaust here to draw a card. There's a Valiant Sacrifice. Still no leadership songs, which is the issue of this deck. If you don't have access to your songs and you don't get to them quickly, it can get pretty dicey pretty quickly. So I'll go ahead and exhaust. At first, I'm going to exhaust Denethor to take a look at this top card. When revealed, it's caught in a web. Basically, I don't get to do anything ever again. I'm going to put that on the bottom. I will... I'll exhaust Barevere to grab this guy to attach. Let's make sure that that's on camera. And then I will quest for 4/5. Top card of the encounter deck, caught in a web. The player with the highest threat level attaches this card to one of his heroes. Attached hero is not ready during the refresh phase unless you pay 2 resources from that hero's pool. Okay. So I think I'm going to put it on Denethor. The reason I'm doing that is because I have an Unexpected Courage that I was going to put on Denethor anyways. Or, no, I'm going to put it on Eowyn. I think because I just quested for 5 against my 1, I do proceed along on the quest. And then the second phase, I really need to be careful and I cannot quest too much. Because once I move on to the third, the third stage of this quest, the game is over. There is really no third stage. It's just Welador will heal 5 points of damage for every single one of these Athleus I have. Again, sorry for pronunciation. So, have to be careful. But anyways, we do move along. So let's read what's happening next. Radagast request. So the eagle health has grown worse, but you have last arrived at Rhosgobel, where Radagast examines the bird. He then asks you to head out into the wilderness to find the healing plant. Meantime, any healing lore or supplies your party has at its disposal could be used in assisting comforting the eagle until you return. So, response. After the quest phase begins, the first player may place X damage tokens on Welador to look at the top 3 cards of the encounter deck, reveal and add one of those cards to the staging area, then discard the other 2. X is equal to the number of players in the game. And then forced. After a card effect heals Welador, remove that card from the game. So yeah. So that's kind of what's going on. I'll go ahead and travel to Rhosgobel, and we will ready up. Everyone except for Eowyn, unfortunately. We'll give everyone some resources. We'll increase my threat. We'll put 2 damage here on Welador, and I will draw a card. Okay. So I'm going to spend 1 resource from Eowyn to attach this to the active location. So right now I need to quest for 4 to get through to that. This has a quest threshold of 12. And so we need to, get rid of this so that all the bad stuff can go away, and I can also draw 3 cards at this point. So I probably should have mulliganed. I'm really not super happy with my hand, but I'll exhaust to draw a card. There's a Forest Snare. That's probably not going to be super useful in this deck. Kind of with the cards that I have access to right now, I am almost like trying to just fill up spots to make a 50 card deck sometimes. So I'll exhaust Barrier to draw 2 cards. Hey, there's a Song of Travel and a Song of Kings. Okay, great. So I will spend 1 resource from Barrier to put a Song of Kings onto Denethor. I will spend 2 resources from Denethor to put the Steward of Gondor into play, which, hilarious, he is the Steward of Gondor. And we'll give him 2 resources by exhausting Steward of Gondor. Now, I have a sneak attack, but I don't have anything to sneak attack for. I'm going to spend 1 resource from Barrier to add a Song of Travel to Denethor. So he's got a leadership, a lore, and also a spirit icon. So he can basically buy anything that he wants. I'm going to spend 1 resource from Eowyn to play a Dwarven Tomb to get a Will of the West back into my hand. Mainly, I don't want bad treacheries to come and hit me. And then also, this is a build turn. We're going to spend 2 resources here to put Unexpected Courage onto Denethor. And we'll go ahead and exhaust Unexpected Courage to use Denethor's effect. To take a look at this top card, it's a Chieftain. We don't want that. We're going to throw it on the bottom of the deck. Okay, so let's quest for 3, 4. When revealed, deal 2 damage to each wounded character. I don't have any resources. I should have planned ahead a little bit more, but so Wellador gets 2 damage. And I don't know why I thought I quested for that much. I didn't really quest for that much. So that gets discarded, and I quested for 2, not 4. So I'm going to put 2 here on the active quest, or the active location. Okay. At the end of the round, we will ready everybody. Denethor is all beefed up. We'll ready Barrier. We won't ready Eowyn. We'll ready these 2. We will give 2 damage to Wellador. So he's at 2, 4, 5. So 10 damage. Increase my threat and draw a card. Hey, there we go. I'll start being able to heal some stuff now. Great. We'll give everyone some resources. What we got? 1, 1, 1. And we're off to the races. So we'll start by exhausting the Steward of Gondor to get 2 resources on Denethor. I'll exhaust Barrier to draw 2 cards. Got another Forest Snare, gross, and a Hammersmith. Really not loving my card draws so far this game, but it is what it is. Okay, so we'll exhaust here to draw a card. Will of the West, really not something I'm super excited about right now, but yeah. Okay, so I'll exhaust Unexpected Courage to go ahead and use Denethor's ability to look at the top card. Necromancer's Pass. I'm going to throw that at the bottom of the deck. We don't need that. And then we are figuring out what to do with our lives. I'm going to spend 2 here to play a Westfold Horsebreaker. So just get that into play. Okay. Now let's go questing. So we've got 1, 2, 3. We'll reveal the top card. When revealed, deal 1 damage to each exhausted character. I will spend 1 resource to play a test of will to not do that. Alrighty, so I quested for 3 against 0. 2 goes here onto the active location, 1 rolls over, and this active location is completed. So we will discard that. We will activate here to draw 3 cards. So we got a daughter, which is nice. We got another unexpected courage. That's good. And we have got a card that I will be discarding for Aowen's ability because we've already got a unique copy of that in play. Sweet. So let's ready everybody. Already up Erebir. Aowen doesn't attached hero does not ready unless during the refresh phase. I think you get the resources at the beginning of the next phase, so cannot ready her yet. And then we'll ready. And Willador's getting kind of damaged over here, so he's at 12. Threat goes up by 1, so we're at 31, and we will give some money out. Perfect. And draw a card. Hey, there's a river song. I like that. Okay. So we'll Steward of Gondor for 2 money. We will spend 1 money on the River Song ally, which will allow me to exhaust and look at the top card of the deck. When revealed, each enemy and location currently in the staging area gets +1 threat until the end of the phase. If there are no cards in the staging area, this gains Surge. So I may just see how that goes. So I'm going to draw a card here. There's a Dwarven Tomb. That's good. I will spend 1 money on the Dwarven Tomb. Wait. Yeah. To get a Test of Will. Just to have that protection. All right. Then we do have Unexpected Courage. So I think I'm going to spend 2 money here to put an Unexpected Courage on Barrevere. I'll exhaust that to draw 2 cards. There's another Steward of Gondor and a Test of Will. Good. Okay, so I got 2 Test of Wills and a lot of cards in my hand. So, excellent. Okay, so let's see what we can do. We're going to go questing. So let's quest for 2, 3, 4. We'll just, 5. So this card gains Surge. So we'll flip up the next card, which is deal 2 damage to each exhausted character. We are definitely going to pay 1 to ignore that with the Test of Will. Don't want that. So I quested for 5. So that's 2, 4, 5. So we're at 6 out of 12. I don't quite have enough to heal Willador all the way. I'm hoping that I can get that through this deck, but you got to be careful. Okay, we'll go ahead and exhaust to use Denethor's ability to look at the top card. We got Black Forest Bats. Really don't want that. We're going to toss that at the bottom. Excellent. Okay. Unfortunately, I did have to spend a resource from here, so Aowen's still caught in the web, but everyone else gets to ready. Threat goes up to 32. We're going to deal 2 damage to Willador here. So we've got 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12, 14. So we're just 6 away. And then we're going to give some resources out. And we'll exhaust Steward of Gondor to give 2 resources to Denethor at the start of the round. There's a Gandalf. Okay. Okay. Cool. Okay, so I'm going to draw a card. Valiant Sacrifice. I'm going to go ahead and discard the Westfold Horsebreaker to ready Éowyn. When I do that, I'm going to spend 1 resource from Denethor to play a Valiant Sacrifice to draw 2 cards. There's a Sneak Attack and a Song of Kings. Okay. I'm going to pay 1 resource from Denethor to Sneak Attack. Oh, geez. I don't know what I want to do. Sneak Attack. This will be during the quest phase. I'm going to do that during the quest phase. Let me just make sure that nothing else is pressing. Yep. Okay, so moving on to the quest phase, I'll Sneak Attack quest for... I'm going to look at the top card of the deck. Yeah. It's a bat. Yeah, so... Yep. So I'm not going to Sneak Attack here. Sorry, rewinding a little bit. We've got that. So the bat has 1. And so I will... First, I need to exhaust to draw 2 cards. Song of Kings, a River Song. Still don't need that. I'm still looking for my healers. Look how many cards I got in my hand. This is crazy. Love the running commentary. I'm glad. Hopefully, hopefully I sound like I kind of know what I'm doing, because I'm still very much learning this incredible game. So thanks for stopping by. Hope you're having a good day. Okay, so we've got 6 out of 12 here, and I don't want to progress yet. I've only got 1 heal, so that I basically have a heal for 10. So I need to be a little careful there. I don't think I want to exhaust Éowyn quite yet. So let's go ahead and exhaust Barrowir. We'll quest in, so that puts us up 1. And then I'm going to pay the 1 to Sneak Attack the Gandalf. Is there a max hand size? I actually don't know. Do you know? It's a great question. I didn't think that there was, but it's definitely possible that I missed that at some point. So refresh. During the ready, each exhausted player, each player increases their threat by 1. The first player passes. I don't think that there is a max hand size, unless you know differently. Someone correct me if I'm wrong, but I think it's just kind of it's been years since you played. Okay, well, someone will correct me later if that is the correct, or that is incorrect. So, cool. Okay, so Gandalf enters play. I meant it as a question. I do not think that there is. I don't think that there is a max hand size. I didn't see anything when I was looking through, and so I think that we're good. It just gives me options. I've just drawn my entire deck, which is basically what Barrowir does. So with Gandalf, instead of doing damage here, I'm actually going to draw 3 cards. Hey, there's another Gandalf. Song of Travel. Man, I just need some healing. Need some healing. Okay. So Gandalf comes back to my hand at the end of the phase because I use sneak attack. Then the bats are going to come in engaged with me. I cannot defend unless it's an eagle or someone that has ranged. So you moved on to Arkham, where you cap at 8. Yeah, so I remember that's in Arkham. I just started playing Arkham, and so I bought the revised core set, and I've been playing a bunch of practice games, and the game's so good. The game is so cool. I'm really excited to play through it. I played through with each investigator in the base box, just kind of the first game, and I've started my first mini campaign. I think it's just the 3 scenarios in the base box. But then probably right after Thanksgiving here in about 2 weeks, I'm going to start streaming that as well. But Arkham is an excellent design. I love all of these card games from FFG, so they're just great. So, do you have a favorite cycle in Arkham? Yes, we are planning. I am planning on streaming Arkham, probably starting in about 2 weeks. And my Arkham days will be Fridays. So I'm doing Lord of the Rings on Monday, Marvel Champions on Wednesdays, and then Arkham will be on Fridays. And then Sundays, depending on if I have time or how the weekend's going, that will be kind of my wild day, depending on whichever one I want to play the most, which changes up week to week. But so I'm excited. Okay, so Black Forest bats are going to attack. It's going to be 1. There's no shadow effect, and so we get to toss this. We will deal 1 damage to Barrier. And then I will swing back with Wellador, dealing 1 damage to the bats. I will exhaust Denethor using Unexpected Courage. Go ahead and take a look at the top card. Don't want the Necromancer's Pass, toss that to the bottom. And then I will exhaust Denethor to do the same thing. Don't want the Mirkwood, toss that back to the bottom. Alrighty. So, the end of the round, we will ready everybody. Aowen gets to stay ready. We'll give out some resources. We'll increase my threat. We're up to 33. We'll deal 2 damage to Wellador. So 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12, 14, 16. Eek. Getting kind of sweaty over here. And we get to draw a card. There's an Unexpected Courage. Okay. So do you have a favorite cycle for Arkham? Because I was planning on buying them as they came out with the new release format, right? So I bought the revised core set, and then with I think it's Edge of the Earth is the new expansion that's coming out here soon, and Smooth by far. But you can't go wrong with any of them. I would strongly suggest the release order and enjoy the progression. That's what I'm planning on doing. So is that the first one? Is it in Smooth the first one, or is that Dunwich? I think it's Dunwich is the first one. I just bought it. It's coming tomorrow. So I just bought the entire cycle because it was well, this is obviously going to happen. So might as well just go ahead and buy it and have it. I was able to find all the packs, and so went ahead and took that dive. So I'm so excited. It's such cool. The problem is that they're with Lord of the Rings and with Arkham, I feel like there are so many tiny rules. And so that's why I just want to play a lot of games before I start streaming so that I don't make a huge mistake while I'm streaming. That's happened before and it'll happen again, but I want to try and be as on top of it as I possibly can. So, okay, so Dunwich, yeah. That's the first one. That's coming in the mail tomorrow. I got my shipping notification, so excited to see it. Okay, so let's go ahead and exhaust to draw a card. Man. We'll exhaust Steward of Gondor to get 2 resources. We'll exhaust Barrier to draw 2 cards. Oh my goodness, I cannot find my healing cards. Oof. Will exhaust Denethor. Have you ever played Marvel Champions? Take a look at this top. Hey, there we go. Excellent. Nice. Glad to see it. Okay, so now, so I've got another sneak attack if I need it. So this is going to heal basically 10. I only have 5 more in my hand. I'm going to go ahead and spend 2 here to just heal. Just go searching through my deck, basically. Heal all damage from a character. This gets removed from the game because it's a healing effect. So 2, 4, 5. 5 damage from Wellador. So he's back down to 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 11. Okay. So, but streaming with viewers to correct and help possibly speeds learning up. That's very true. Yeah. So I might as well just take the dive. Will you come watch and yell at me whenever I make mistakes? Okay. So do you play solo or do you play like multiplayer? Do you play, because I've only played Arkham solo and one time with 4 players, and 4 players was a lot. It was just a lot to take in, but the solo is interesting. So I want to hear what you play, and then I have some questions. Okay. What am I doing? So we've got don't want to move, don't want to go on yet. I've already drawn my cards, so I think, yeah, let's just go for it. So in the questing phase, we will quest for 2. Yeah, I think I'm just gonna quest for 2 and see what happens. So 2, this comes in, it's guarded. No Marvel. I need the XP progression of our investigators. Yeah, that is such a cool part of Arkham, is where you get to like build up your deck, and Marvel has a little bit of that in like their campaigns, but really Marvel is not built as a campaign game, and so I feel like that's almost kind of forced a little bit in Marvel. I still love the campaigns, I still love the game, but I'm super excited to like customize a character, right? I've played a lot of role-playing games, and just like building the character is one of my favorite parts, and so building that deck, it's going to be great. Awesome. Glad to see that you'll be here to cheer me on. Alrighty, what do we got? We've got the enhanced stream. So while the enhanced stream is the active location, players cannot draw cards. But that's a bummer. So I quested for 2 against 2. No additional threat is needed, and we are rocking and rolling. So I am going to, I'm going to go ahead and sneak attack. No, not yet. Not yet. I'll do that in the quest phase next time. And let's go ahead and travel. I think I can spend a turn getting through here, and we'll be fine. Let's go ahead and take a look at the top card of this deck. It's a Great Forest Web. We'll go ahead and exhaust Denethor to toss that to the bottom, and hopefully something better will come up. The Black Forest Bat is going to attack. Oh well. Shadow, if a character, including Wellador, has 3 or more damage, then each other character deal 3 additional damage to that character. You play with your wife, you are completely hooked and buy everything on release. Awesome. That's super exciting. Cool. So yeah, I played with 4 and it was too much. It just took way too long. And I've been playing with 1 and I've really enjoyed that. I think 2 is that sweet spot though, because it feels like every character has a weakness, which I mean, like, yeah, obviously. But I feel like having the weakness, and maybe it's just like the cards that I have access to, it feels like they can be very punishing. Like, I don't know how you win with Daisy as a solo player. Like, I got engaged and then I just died, and it was like, okay, well, cool. So awesome. Okay, so I have to add 3 damage to Wellador. That's really not great. So we're at 2, 4, 6, 7. Or yeah, 2, 4, 6, 7. So that's 14 damage. Okay. Um, and then I will swing back and kill the bats with Welidor's attack. Yeah, we're ready up. In this small little deck, I got 2 more heal 5s, and I need to find them. So 2 to 3 is the sweet spot. Yeah. Yep. So I stream with one of my friends. Usually on like Wednesdays we do Marvel Champions, but he's into all of the LCGs as well, and he really loves Arkham, and so I think we may do a campaign at some point together, and I'm excited to do that because 2 to 3 is right exactly what you're saying, is that sweet spot. Oh, don't draw a card, sorry, because of that stupid pass. Okay, we'll give everyone some money. We'll deal some damage to Welidor. 16 damage. I don't actually know if I'm winning this game. I may get to play 2 games tonight because eek, I just have not found my healing cards. Okay, so I'm going to spend 1 resource to attach here. I will spend 1 resource to attach a second one, so that will draw me 6 cards, 2, 4, 6. And if my 2 healing cards are in the bottom of this deck, then I don't, then it is whatever. Alrighty, so we're questing. I'm gonna exhaust. We'll go Steward of Gondor to give Denethor a couple resources. We'll exhaust Unexpected Courage to exhaust Denethor to take a look at this top card. When revealed, deal 2 damage to each wounded character. Okay, so we got 5, 10, 15, 20. I do have a cancel, I think. Yeah, I have a cancel. I thought I had a Dwarven Tomb, but apparently not. Okay, well, I'll toss this under. Do you play Arkham two-handed when solo? No, I just play true solo. So I may want to try the two-handed, but really I'm just learning all the rules with just the true solo at this point. Have you ever played two-handed? And then let's do some questing. So I will quest for... No, we'll take a look at what the top card is. Deal 1 damage to each exhausted character. So... yeah, so I'll just quest with Eowyn and just take the damage. It'll be fine. Okay, so questing for 4 against 0. 1 damage to each exhausted character. We got 1 damage here on Eowyn. Oh, 1 damage here on the Riversong. Oh well. No, I can't draw cards. So 4. So 2 goes there. 2 rolls over. So we're at 2, 4, 6, 8, 9 out of 12. This gets explored. We're going to put our heal back into the staging area so I can claim, and we're going to trigger these, which seems crazy that it's not 1 per location, but I got 1 Dwarven Tomb, Test of Will, Steward of Gondor. There's 1 of my heals, so that's 4, 5, 6. Did not get all of the heals that I needed, but fear not. Yep, we'll exhaust Barrevere to draw 2. Got a sneak attack. Oh man, my heal is in the bottom 4. We'll exhaust here to draw. Nope. Oh man. Okay. It's fine. We'll be fine. And we'll exhaust Barrevere here to claim here. So that's a heal of 10 on Welidor. I'll go ahead and spend 2 to heal 5. That gets removed from the game. So 2, 4, 5. We got 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 11. So coming down to the wire. Okay. So I think I've got it. So we're in travel phase or whatever. I'm going to spend 1 here to sneak attack Mr. Gandalf. So 2-handed is much better for scaling and learning investigators properly. Solo forces you to break and bend them. Okay, that makes sense. Yeah. No, yeah, I totally get that. That makes sense. I was kind of thinking of it as like, hey, like I need to focus on one thing and so I can learn the rules, but I totally understand how maybe not needing to like investigate with your willpower of like 0 can actually help you learn and understand the game a little bit more. Or you have whoever to go and beat up the monster when Daisy gets trapped or something. So yeah, okay. I'll try that. I'll have to try that. Sweet. So Gandalf comes into play. I'm going to draw 3 cards. There it is. There's my heal. So Gandalf comes back to my hand at the end of the round. I will spend 2 resources here to play a heal to heal 5 from Wellador. That gets removed from the game. We've got a full deck. I don't think anything bad happens when I run out of my deck. I don't think I like lose or anything. But just to make sure, because that would be sad. Player elimination moving the game. 50, all the heroes are destroyed. Okay, so we're good. And we'll go ahead and let Denethor do Denethor things. We've got the Ungolith spawn. So that's only a 3 threat. I need 2, 4, 6, 8, 9. So I need 3. So I need to quest for 6, which I will be fine. I'm going to keep that there. I'm going to spend 2 resources from Eowyn to go ahead and ready her during the refresh phase. And we will ready everybody else. Increase my threat by 1. Give 2 damage to Wellador. And let's go. Some investigators are great solo and they're fine, but making Daisy work, yeah. So do you have a suggestion for a true solo investigator? Maybe from the core box. If not, then is there one that I can go out and buy that's going to be like a fun investigator to play through, maybe Dunwich with? Alrighty, so sitting here with 2, 4, 6, 8. We're going to. I don't even think that this is really a. Yeah, don't worry about it. I do this to play Lord of the Rings, but I also do this to talk to people, and so it's absolutely fine. I would much rather be talking with you and being distracted from this game rather than just playing the game and not talking. So thank you for talking. But I think that this game is just about over. So we're going to go directly into the quest phase. I'm going to sneak attack Mr. Gandalf into the questing ability, or the questing will also quest with Eowyn. So that's going to be 8 willpower against 3. This comes out. Boom, 3. So that 8, 5 rolls over. That's going to push us into stage 3A. Stage 3A. We've got feeling that time is running out on Wellador's life. You gather the Athelas and you have found and head back to Rhosgobel. You arrive at night wondering if you have found enough of the herb. When revealed, heal 5 wounds from Wellador for each Athelas objective card the players control. So we've got 5, 10, healing Wellador to full health. Then, if Wellador is completely healed when this effect resolves, Wellador survives and the players have won the game. Woo! Otherwise, the players have lost the game. So, there we go. That's a journey to Rhosgobel. It's the 4th one in the quest. So next we've got one more. I have one more scenario that I've played, and then we're going to start getting into stuff that I haven't. And so previously I kind of started through, I was playing and I was like, wait, this would be really cool to stream, like my progression playthrough. So we're getting to almost uncharted territory. So I'm excited about that. You will get Ashcan Pete from Dunwich. He's fantastic solo. Awesome. I will run through Dunwich with Ashcan Pete. What is his class? I think it's called in Arkham. Is it called class? Oh. While I'm getting that answer, I'm just gonna do a couple of house cleaning stuff. So yes, you can find me otherwise Roland from Core, Wendy 2 when you lean survivor shenanigans. Okay. Sounds fun. Yeah, so Roland I've played, I really liked him, and I did like Wendy as well. I thought Wendy was kind of funky. I like that. So I'm excited to see what the Survivor for Ashcan Pete. Okay, cool. Yeah, I'm excited. It'll be fun. Man, every single time I talk about these games, I just get super excited, and I'm just like, oh, I really want to play. I really want to play. It just like if I could just quit my job and just play this, that's what I would definitely be doing. But so, anyways, thanks for hanging out. Thanks for watching the Lord of the Rings stream tonight. It was great having you all on. This was a journey to Rhosgobel. If you survivors fail forward, love it, because I am probably going to be failing it a lot, and so I'm excited to see survivors fail forward. If you want to check out any of my older videos or see anything coming up and you can't make it to the stream, you can check me out on YouTube. It's The Living Card Gamer on YouTube. There's going to be a link in my description. We also have a Discord that we talk about living card games. You can find me on Instagram or Twitter as well. Awesome hanging out with you. Of course, thank you for watching. And I will be back on Wednesday. So I have a friend streaming with me on Wednesday. We're going to be streaming Marvel Champions. So Jason is on vacation. And so I'm streaming with Sheer Boredom, who is a friend that we've met on Instagram. And so we're going to be streaming some Marvel Champions and having some fun. Great hanging out with you as always. Have a great rest of your week. And I will talk to you all on Wednesday. See you.